This week's video is going to be another what I read in a week, or like how many pages I can get through in a week. I have 2 books right now on my Kindle, and then a library hold might be available this week, but we'll see. The first book is Silver Elite by Danny Francis. At the beginning of this month, I was one of those people that was super excited to read this book, and then it came out, and the amount of TikTok videos I've seen saying that this book is bad, I can't even count. I can't even tell you how many I've seen that are not giving this book favorable reviews. That's not going to stop me. I am going to give it a try, but I also am not afraid to DNF a book. So we will see. I'm like 2% in. I haven't read a ton of this book yet, but I will give it a shot. And then the next book I have is The House of Eve. I have heard a lot of good things about this. My friend actually read this and she said that it was really good. It's been on my TBR and I finally got the Libby hold, so I will also be reading this. The hold on Libby that I think I'm getting this week is Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. Mine just says available soon, and usually when that happens, I get it within like 3 days, so we'll see on that one. Hopefully I finish at least one of these and we'll just see my thoughts on these throughout the week. I'm going to start The House of Eve tonight and see how far I get. I have my Kindle ready, I have my tea, and I'm going to start reading this book. Today's Wednesday, halfway through the week, and I'm just going to be giving you a recap of what I've read so far. Starting off with Silver Elite, I am 8% into this book, and honestly, I don't really have any strong opinions about how it's going so far. This book follows our main character, Ren, and she is what they call a mod. She can go into anyone's mind and kind of communicate with them. That's not allowed in this world. I don't think we've actually gotten a reason yet. Ooh, maybe I'm forgetting and it's on me, but I don't really know why. Since she was a child, she's been communicating with this boy through her mind, but she doesn't know his name. She doesn't know what he looks like. They've just been friends for ages, and she uses her power to communicate with him. We, the reader, know who this person is. Obviously, it's the male love interest that's going to be in this book. But yeah, that's all I got so far. I will say the stakes, I can tell that they're meant to be high, but I don't really care about this character. It's not a spoiler because it happens very early on in the book. Her father figure has been taken by the government because they think that he is a mod. He's not going to give her up to the government, so he is taking the punishment. And I know this is meant to be dramatic and high stakes, but I don't really care because we don't really know who this man is. We know who he is in relation to her, but reading it, I'm not feeling strong feelings because it's so early on. I've grown no attachment to this character, so I don't really care. The other book that I'm reading, Clockwork Angel, and I am 85 pages into this book, but I'm not going to be talking about it in this video. I will be counting the pages for this what I read in a week, but I'm not going to be talking about what happens in the book because I'm filming a separate video for this book. So I just finished chapter 4, and his name is Jim. Jim is her father figure. She calls him Uncle. He is about to die. There's a firing squad that has all their guns pointed at him, and they're gonna kill him. But she uses her mind control power to turn the guns on themselves. So everyone that has a gun, all the officers, I think there's like 8 of them, they are now pointing their guns at themselves, and she's saying pull the trigger in her head, trying to control them, but she doesn't have enough power to actually force them to do it, so they snap out of it and they end up still killing him. So that's why in this world they don't want people to be mods, because they can control other people's minds. At first I just thought they could just communicate with each other in their heads, but they can actually make you do what they want to do. That's why the government doesn't want them around. I have DNF Silver Elite. I DNF'd at 20%. I just could tell that this wasn't going to be something that I liked by the end of it. Everything that I dislike about romantasy, the genre, was put into this book with a dystopian backdrop. And I knew by 20% this just wasn't going to be the book for me. End up looking at spoilers for this book, and when I was reading it, I was like, yeah, nothing new. It was just very predictable to me. The book I've been reading the most of is Clockwork Angel. Right now it's just mainly world building, so I'm gonna continue this as well. And I also did end up getting Great Big Beautiful Life in from the library. I got that on audio, so I'm going to listen to that. A lot of people have opinions about this book, so I'm interested to see what my thoughts are gonna be. So it is officially Sunday. I thought I might extend this vlog until Monday just so I could finish a book, but I'm just gonna end it here. For a final breakdown of everything I read this week: Silver Elite, DNF at 84 pages. I am 25 pages into The House of Eve, so around chapter 4 is where I stopped reading. Nothing to update from the last time I talked about Clockwork Angel. I am still on page 183. The book that I've gotten the farthest into is Great Big Beautiful Life. I'm currently on chapter 16, which is 43% in, so that is around 160 pages. So overall, I read 460-ish pages this week. Just to give a little bit of an update of how I'm feeling reading Great Big Beautiful Life. So far, I like it. I know that a critique of this book is that there's not enough focus on the romance between Alice and Hayden. Alice and Hayden are in a competition to see who gets to write Margaret Ives' book, so a lot of the book right now is focused on Margaret, but to me, at least right now, at the percent that I'm in the book, it's not annoying me. I feel like Alice and Hayden's relationship development is slotted nicely in between getting Margaret's backstory. You can see the chemistry between Alice and Hayden. They're getting to know each other. And Margaret's backstory is interesting to me right now, so I'm fine with the way things are balanced. Like I said, I haven't actually finished a book this week, but obviously I'm going to continue reading, and I will end up talking about them in my monthly recap with my final thoughts. That's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want, you can subscribe. I have my Bookstagram and my Goodreads linked below, and I will see you guys in the next one.